Hey everybody, it's Josh with Talk About Trek, and we are back on Wednesday night. And what are we going to do? We're going to look at a Star Trek magazine. I have in my hands the extremely exciting, I can say that, Collector's Golden Premiere Edition of Star Trek Deep Space Nine, the official magazine. And I have to say, it is in fine condition here. I'm just having fun. I'm sure you can get these things anywhere. Display until March 16th, 1993. So this thing would have came off the shelves, a little bit over 31 years ago. But anyway, this is the introduction to a new generation of Star Trek heroes. So let's have a closer look. So again, we're looking at the Collector's Golden Premiere Edition. So hold on to your hats, right? Jumping right in, of course, magazines are going to be 50% advertisements. But in this case, all the advertisements are going to be enjoyable to look at because they are Star Trek advertisements. So here you have some ships and accessories and things, and of course, your VHS. Get started for only $4.95. Wow, what a deal. Now, what exactly is inside of this? And I will read it because I don't know if you guys can from there, but it is a welcome to the station, a journey to the set of the series, makeup effects, posters, of course. You gotta get your posters. This one claims to have 4 fantastic posters. We'll be the final judge of that, whether or not they are fantastic. Information on the premiere emissary and the director, David Carson, is going to maybe give some information here. So here we have some more advertisements. Look at this. This from Starland, your science fiction superstore in 1993. I think I had one of these when I was a kid, and then the one that I got recently broke, the Trek sound effects. So, if you guys had any of this stuff, let me know, It's always fun to talk about these things. Here we have a nice drawing here by Rick Sternbach, 9/17/1992. And this is welcome to an incredible new world, a world far beyond the final frontier of strange wonders and stunning imagination, the world of Star Trek Deep Space Nine. So, I love that poster down there. That's actually one that I would love to be able to get, the cutaway poster, and I think there were several of those. But anyway, this is the Star Post and their advertisement for their sci-fi collectibles here. Okay, so On Location by Mark Shapiro. So here we're going to be diving into the new set. Of course, there's Captain Sisko, Commander at that time, I should say. Laws may change, but to Security Officer Odo, justice is justice. An enigmatic shapeshifter seeks clues to just who and what he really is. A transfer from the USS Enterprise. Chief of Operations Miles O'Brien must now keep a jerry-rigged space station working, even as things constantly fall apart. Oh, this is fun, so we get a little blurb for everybody. Fresh from Starfleet Medical, Dr. Julian Bashir is a multi-species specialist with dreams of the adventure on the frontier, out where heroes are made. Yeah, that's what he says, that's right. And, Dax, of course. Science Officer Jadzia Dax is a Trill, a joined species. The host's youthful beauty masks the age-old wisdom of the ancient symbiote living inside of her. Jake Sisko, the commander's son, a boy whose mother died in space, doesn't remember life on Earth. For him, growing up on Deep Space Nine won't be easy. Quark always has a deal in the works. He's a Ferengi on the make, but still a charming host at a bar where you can order almost anything. A Ferengi on the make. Once a Bajoran freedom fighter, Major Kira Nerys is second in command of the second in command of the Cardassian space station, now being administered by the Federation. All right, so there you have your kind of your grand introduction to everybody there. Let's make some adjustments. Adjustments, okay. So here, looks like you can subscribe, I believe. Yeah, subscribe and save. Oh, okay, so here now we're going to get into the makeup design and this is by Michael Westmore. And, I mean, Deep Space Nine featured a huge variety of very cool aliens, new creatures that came in and out. The costume design also, I think, was really, really great as well. So, yeah, they did great. Everybody's doing great out there. So here we have, you can subscribe now to the other Star Trek magazine, or to one of these other great magazines, Fangoria, Gore Zone, Starlog. So many magazines back in the day, before we had the internet. So now we're going to get our... Yeah, so this is basically a whole kind of, brief summary of the episode, Emissary. And let's see if there's any tidbits that they give us here. Saloon owner Quark explains that one of the looters is his teenage nephew Nog, and that they're leaving Deep Space Nine tomorrow. Realizing the Ferengi's entrepreneurial services can help return the station to normal, Sisko informs him of a change in travel plans. Man, good thing, because Quark was crucial to Deep Space Nine, Look, there's Morn. He was a good character, just I think he talked too much. He kind of had too many lines on the show. I think they could have focused a little bit less on him, So anyway, they go into, this is not a brief summary. This is basically a full story, You get the whole thing. You've got quotes, you got the whole thing. That's kind of a cool picture, too. I like that. So you got the whole thing here. You got the whole episode of The Emissary laid out. And goes on for a good freaking 10 pages here at least, right? My goodness. Oh, look, he's meeting the prophets, talking to the prophets. And finally, it was quite a journey. Anyway, and then we're coming up to the end here. We've got some nice pins. Man, there was a lot of Star Trek pins back in the day, wasn't there? Just a huge, huge variety of pins you could get. And again, yes, many more pins. I don't have a lot of pins, I have a few pins. Look at this pin. Look at that pin. Alright, anyway, getting distracted. Why didn't I show you here? I showed you on the tiniest camera. Look at the pin! Live long and prosper. Anyway, now here is our interview with director David Carson. Director David Carson thinks there are many things people will like about Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Avery Brooks is a wonderful, classically trained actor, says Carson, while Nana Visitor is absolutely right for Kira Nerys. Yes, I agree with both of those statements. Let's see. It's Star Trek in very bold letters, and underneath that, in very much smaller letters, is Deep Space... What? What? Alright, one more time. Is that... Hold on a second. Okay, I don't know if that came out very well, but it's kind of funny to me. Look. It's Star Trek in very bold letters, and underneath of that, in a very much smaller letters, is Deep Space Nine. It's like, and they're asking the guy, could you describe what it looks like on the screen at the end of the title sequence? What does it say? it's oh, never. All right, never mind. Anyway, I think what they're trying to say is that it's a separate. They're trying to make themselves separate from the previous versions of Star Trek by placing it on this station. There was a vast difference from, of course, TNG to Deep Space Nine. So, which is why I, as a kid, didn't like it. Growing up, of course, realized how stupid I was, and it's awesome. All right, here's a few more quotes from the director. In my mind, it's an alien place. Yes, it's a Cardassian space station. That's correct. You're creating people who live centuries in the future. I'm taking these little clips out of context, and it's kind of making me laugh, but that's okay. All right, that's the end of the interview with the director. I kind of did him dirty, but that's okay. He actually did a fantastic job. So here at the end, we are going to advertise for our 5th anniversary TV cards. Very cool. Ooh, Star Trek autographs, right? I mean, really, it's only good if you get to meet them and get the autograph, okay? Oh, look, I do have this, and I have this. Both of these, very cool. Maybe someday we can sit down and look at those. The technical station. These are great, man. This is like real old school magazine stuff here. You know, send in your 625 for your USS Avenger class blueprints, right? What else do they got here? Officer's manual. Mr. Spock and Captain Kirk coins even? Man. Alright. And we're coming right to the end here with the highest quality model kits. Again, that fantastic cutaway poster. And art from the Final Frontier. But I'm asking myself, what on earth happened to the fantastic posters, which are supposed to be in here? Have I been robbed? Truth is, I probably took the fantastic posters out and I put them up on my ceiling. Alright, actually, you know what? I do have a kind of a box of all the posters and inserts that kind of came out of these. But you can tell it was right here in the middle. There were 4 fantastic posters in there. Now there's nothing except for a fantastic magazine giving you an introduction to the wonderful Star Trek series Deep Space Nine, with Star Trek written in bold letters at the top and Deep Space Nine written in smaller letters at the bottom. Thanks for hanging out. As always, live long and prosper, and we'll see you guys at the next one.